All right, so chapter 7.1 is going to be discussing logic. And to start off this chapter, we're going to say a proposition is a statement that is either true or false. So we got two examples on the right side of the screen, which I denoted the first one with the letter P. Franklin College is in Franklin, Indiana. This is simply a statement, and we can assign a true or false statement to this value to this statement. So because Franklin College is in Franklin, Indiana, proposition P is a true statement. Similarly, with proposition Q, the statement is Business 150 is a chemistry class. So obviously Business 150 is not a chemistry class, so proposition Q is a false statement. One thing that we can do with these types of propositions is that we can talk about a disjunction. Which we can think about as an OR statement. And we are going to denote it as P, this little V-shaped Q. And we can construct what we call a truth table with P and Q with the disjunction. So to construct our truth table, we're going to first create a table. So we're going to denote P, Q, and then our total proposition, which is P or Q. So we need to go through all the truth values of P and Q. So P can be true and Q can be true. P can be true and Q can be false. P can be false and Q can be true. P can be false and Q can be false as well. So if P and Q are both true, then the proposition statement P or Q is true as well. If P is true but Q is false, then the disjunction P or Q is going to be true as well. If P is false and Q is true, then the disjunction P or Q is going to be true. And then if both P and Q are false, then the disjunction is going to be false. Now note, let's look at this right-hand column in our truth table with the disjunction. So when we have a disjunction, as long as one of our ORs are true, whether it's P or Q, the disjunction as a whole is going to be true. The only time that we have a false disjunction is when both of our inputs, P and Q, are false. All right, so let's discuss a conjunction. Conjunction. We can think about this as an AND statement. And we are going to denote this as P and Q. So similarly, we got that little triangle shape that's going to be representing our conjunction symbol. And we can create a truth table with a conjunction. So we are going to fill out our truth table. We got P, we got Q, and we got our conjunction P and Q. All right. One quick way to fill out our truth table is simply for the true, true, false, false. And then for Q, we're just going to alternate between true and false. So true, false, true, false. And effectively, all we're trying to do is come up with all the combinations for truth statements of P and Q. And that's what we're doing with this first two columns in this truth table. So let's look at the conjunction. So if P and Q were true, then the conjunction P and Q is going to be true as well. Now, if one of our inputs for our conjunction P and Q is false, then we know the conjunction as a whole is going to be false. So because Q is false in this one, the conjunction P and Q is false as well. Similarly, if we have a false P, then we know our conjunction is going to be false. And then if both of them are false, then the conjunction is going to be false as well. All right, so that is disjunction and conjunctions.